Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, everybody. As people join us, I want to let you know that I have a special guest. One of my personal heroes is going to talk to us today. Hi, everybody, as we all gather together. I feel like a minister. I have one of my personal heroes who's going to be a part of this conversation, and I'm really excited about it. And to give you guys a little inside look at who's going to be joining us, it's this man. This is Jose Andres. He is on the cover of Time magazine this week because he is an amazing person and he's people in need. And he's going to join us momentarily. He's just requested to be a part of this. Jose!
Katie, how are you?
I am great. I'm so happy to see your face, my friend.
I mean, I'm even happier to see yours and your amazing smile. And thank you for inviting me to be with you.
Thank you, Jose. And I was just showing our followers and people who are joining our conversation how you're on the cover of Time magazine.
I guess somebody needed a reservation in one of my restaurants, and because
No,
I don't really get it. I'm very humbled by it. I always say it's never about I, the person, it's about we, the people, and we have so many amazing hundreds, if not thousands, of people around the world that they join the efforts of World Central Kitchen over the years, and we are able to do. I'm able to do what we do, not because me, but because them, and so that goes to them. So yeah, it's kind of strange.
Well, can I just say, you're very humble, Jose. You're one of my personal heroes, and I think that obviously it's about the work you do that you're passionate about. So tell us real quickly what kind of things you've been doing as the result of this pandemic, and how you've been serving people in need all over the country.
Well, listen, World Central Kitchen, we began feeding coronavirus people almost like 2 months ago. Seems like so far away already. The men and women of World Central Kitchen went to Yokohama, Japan, and we began feeding the men and women at the Princess cruise ship, 6,000 people and crew. During 4 weeks, we helped the Japanese government to do that. So our mind is already been on that front for a long time. I was personally following what was happening in Mohan, in China, then in Italy, Spain, my home country. So the California governor, Newsom, also called us to Auckland to help also on the cruise ship there.
That's right. Jose, you forklifted meals to the people who are stranded on the Princess Cruise Line in Oakland.
I didn't forklifted. That was Sunblock, who is the best forklifted in the world, one of our best at World Central Kitchen. But our organization, we were doing it because we were doing the right way to protect our teams and also to protect the people inside the ship. So the way we did it was amazing because we set up the response to do the feeding in the right way, learning from people that they've done it already in Wuhan. Remember, World Central Kitchen, we had a lot of experience on cholera, like in Haiti, like in Mozambique. And I'm very proud to say that our teams are always protected. And also the people we feed in the camps we feed, they're always cholera free. So this has been not something I know about. This is experience we've been gaining. And we are trying always with experts on our side to do the best to protect everybody involved in feeding people when a virus is present.
So how many people, Jose, have you fed, and how many people are involved in the feeding? How many people have you organized, and how many people have you helped?
Katie, right now we are doing roughly around 125,000 meals a day. We've already done hundreds of thousands of meals. We are about to be reaching, obviously, the million by the end of this week. And the number will happen is going to be increasing. Usually, this is a very different emergency. This is not like a hurricane that everybody loses everything and tomorrow everybody is hungry. This is going slowly. Restaurants are closing. People are unemployed. Because the virus, some NGOs, some private sectors, some caterings, they close. Because you are afraid, because you are protecting your people. I see right now in Washington, D.C., more homeless in the street than ever before. I hear same reports in places like Los Angeles. So this is a humanitarian crisis that is slowly building. Food banks, which, by the way, they're doing an amazing job under the Feeding America partnership. They don't have the same number of volunteers to do the work they do. In the moment that is more need, elderly people that are not able to go to the supermarket because all of a sudden they are afraid to go out because they can put their life in danger. They need volunteers that will help them shop for them or bring food to them. People with immune system issues. It's also a national emergency. All of a sudden, because this virus, the simple thing like is feeding people becomes more complicated. World Central Kitchen, we're here in more than already 22 cities, partnering every day with more and more people to be ready in case this pandemic keeps growing and goes longer, to make sure that we are able, almost like if we were firefighters, that instead of going to stop a fire, we go to make sure that hunger and lack of food will not be the problem, but actually that food will be the solution.
Jose, you are also, obviously the restaurant industry has been devastated by this because so many restaurants have had to close. And you are actually working with these restaurants and the restaurant workers to solve that problem as well, correct?
Yeah, it's been many great people doing many things. Myself, obviously, I took one of the first restaurant companies that announced that we were closing all our restaurants. Even 2 weeks before that moment, I was one of the first restaurants that began separating tables, making sure that people were keeping distance to protect my teams, to protect our guests, to start showing the way. When people were thinking like I was crazy, it's okay. It's amazing how the world had changed in the last 3-4 weeks. The restaurant industry, obviously, I began changing my restaurants to community kitchens like this one. This is my restaurant in Georgetown that now is not a restaurant anymore. It's a community kitchen. What that means is that we give food for free to anybody that cannot pay. It's not a menu anymore. It's only the plate of the day. And then what happens is that if you want to come and get a meal, you pay. But today we did more than 100 meals probably in this location alone. And the vast majority, if not all the meals, is being for the local homeless. So this is what we do. Then we keep these signs on the floor. And we make sure that everybody steps on these circles to keep the
social distance as they're
Many supermarkets are doing it.
waiting.
We need to be making sure that everybody's doing this. So in the process of feeding, we are not helping spread the virus. Because obviously, some of us, we're going to have to be there feeding. I put my restaurants, like many of other restaurants across America right now. I love my food community, that they are doing it well in partnership with us or well doing it on their own. This effort requires everybody.
How can we support local restaurants, Jose? How can we support those workers who are finding themselves out of work, who are probably many of them living paycheck to paycheck?
Yep.
And are really, I know that you're hoping the federal government will do stuff, but what can we as private citizens do as well?
Listen, the people can do a lot of things. A lot of restaurant companies, they're doing funds. If you have a favorite restaurant or a favorite restaurant group and they have a fund and you can afford it, support that fund. Some restaurants are offering gift cards. So you buy the gift card, you support the restaurant, you make sure that the restaurant is taking care of their people. And this is a win-win for everybody. Take a look, because there's a lot of good ideas. When you see that a restaurant maybe is not in partnership with an NGO, but you know the owners of that restaurant, and you see that maybe they are feeding a local homeless shelter, or they are feeding an elderly home, and you know them, even if they are not an NGO, if you believe in them because they are community people, support them. $1 sometimes goes a long way. This is amazing ways that you can be helping young people. It's organizations that they request volunteers volunteers that in many cities across America maybe are shopping for the elderly and bringing the food home, following the right safety protocols to don't contaminate them. Is many ways. You know what I'm going to tell you, Kerry? If you are an American and you care for your country, as I know the people watching us, it's plenty ways you can help. You can help by only staying home because you are already saving lives by staying home and taking care of your family. If you can send money in the right NGO
I think
or in the right restaurant, you can do it. If you can put yourself at the service of delivering foods, you can do it. I think it was President Kennedy who said, don't tell me what the country can do for you, but what can you do for your country? My friend, this is the moment to do it. We all together, we can be fighting this war as our nurses and doctors are fighting the war in the front lines. That's what every American can be doing right now to make a difference.
I find your work is so moving and you're so moving, and maybe we can do a post about what we can do to support our local restaurant workers, especially, and also can we support your work, Jose? I have an amazing community of followers. They're so generous and caring. And how can we support you and your band of helpers?
Listen, follow us at wck.org. There you're going to see what we do, but also we are trying to have a map that we showcase what other people are doing beyond us. So in that map, you're going to find what we do with partners, and what other people are doing. School systems that they maintain the school lunches to feed children, especially in low-income areas. They use the yellow buses to make sure that the yellow buses delivering the food to the same stops where they pick the children. What I see is that the best of America is showing up in these moments of this repair. That's what I love about this moment, unfortunately, that the best of us is gonna shine. The best of America is gonna show up. And this, again, we are gonna be okay. Food is gonna be available. But our organization like World Central Kitchen is making sure that we prepare for the worst so we can hope for the best and go back to our normal lives and like if nothing happened. You know the difference, Katie? Is that right now the world is changing, and it's changing for the better. Now this delivery pizza person that sometimes we don't even look into their eyes, all of a sudden that person is risking his life to provide food to many Americans. That woman that is working on the cashier in your supermarket, that she is taking care of 200 people a day, making sure that every family has food home. That woman in that supermarket, we should be thankful because she is risking her life to provide food to many American families. All of a sudden, those farmers, some of them undocumented, are working in the fields as we speak to make sure that America will keep having food, even in a moment that is risky to be out. Right now, to me, obviously our nurses and doctors, but everybody that is doing things, to me, is showing you the power of America. We the people shining high where everybody, it's important. Everybody, we the people.
Well, you're so inspiring to me, Jose. I'm getting kind of choked up listening to you talk about the best of us, because I think it's high time we appreciate each other's humanity. I want to go bring flowers to the supermarket clerk and put it in a vase and just put it where she is to brighten her day, because we really do need to support each other and support the people who are on the front lines. Again, if people want to donate to the World Central Kitchen, they just go to worldcentralkitchen.org, Jose?
WCK.org. Yep, worldcentralkitchen.org.
Okay, and maybe you'll send me some photos of some of your helpers so I can feature them.
I'll send you. Right now we are in Queens, we are in the Bronx, we are in Harlem, we are in Manhattan. In Manhattan, we are feeding the Bellevue Hospital, one of the oldest hospitals in New York. Today, we began feeding, getting ready the food for the hospital in Central Park with Samaritan Purse. We are in Oakland. We are in LA. We are in Little Rock, Arkansas. We are about to start more things. Even we are in Virginia. We're in Maryland. We're here in Washington. We are trying to do with Pharrell in Virginia Beach and Norfolk. I know we are in Charlotte. I know there is a hospital, if I'm right, under name after your sister in honor of all the
In
contributions.
Charlottesville, the
In
Emily
Charlottesville,
Couric,
sorry.
that's okay. The
Yes.
Emily Couric Cancer
And I
Center.
think we have a team already. I think we have a team there in Charlottesville feeding, helping feed us hospital. If it's not happening today or began yesterday, it's going to happen tomorrow. So you see, every day, the men and women of World Central Kitchen, we are almost following social media too, in case anybody asks for help. This is what we do. We are like, unofficially, we are also police of making sure that if there is an emergency, even before they call us, we can react. And again, it's a great people doing great things on this front. And I'm just very happy that World Central Kitchen is here to serve America the same way America has provided home for me and many of the people that are part of the World Central Kitchen family.
Well, logistically, it must be a bit of a nightmare. So I'm sure you have people who are almost sort of manning this whole thing as if you're kind of coordinating a war in a way, right?
In a way. I mean, today I'm very happy because this weekend I saw that in Spain, we are at the peak of this crisis, especially Madrid is almost, it's in a very bad situation right now. And I'm very happy to tell you that we opened 3 kitchens in Madrid. We opened 1 kitchen in Barcelona. We are going to be opening 2 more kitchens in other cities north of Madrid. So I'm very proud that I know the country I belong, which is America. Also, I know the country I come from. And I'm very happy that World Central Kitchen has been activated in Spain and that we are already, I think today we're about to be reaching 5,000 meals in Spain.
Oh, that's great. Because someone asked you, a viewer asked what you were doing in Spain. So I'm glad you answered that question.
Yeah, actually, I saw what was happening, and I saw that was good to organize everybody under the same flag. And because, you know, what's happening with hospitals is one moment nobody needs anything. But if everybody shows up randomly to feed the hospitals, becomes a mess. The hospitals, they need to be taken care of, but we cannot show up one catering company, one restaurant, one person, one food truck. This is a mess, creates more problems than solutions sometimes. So what we are trying to do is coordinate that. So we do it in a healthy way, in a protective way, in an organized way. So we don't become part of the problem, right? We need to make sure our doctors and nurses are protected and taken care of.
In fact, you've been giving some personal protective gear, I know, equipment.
I have more in the car right now. I'm going to be taking it. We've been delivering gear to 9, 10 hospitals in the area. Sibley Hospital is the last one. I've been very unlucky. I think they're okay. I asked on Twitter, but we've been in Suburban. We've been in Children's Hospital. We've been in George Washington Hospital, Georgetown Hospital. The restaurants, the hospitals around that are part of the community.
Before I let you go and do this important work, you're a national, if not international treasure, Jose. Are you, stop. Are you taking care of your own health? Because you and I are a bit older, and so we have to be particularly careful.
Listen, I'm 50. I was asthmatic when I was young. Nobody's getting close to me. I only go alone in my car. I have all the protective gear you can imagine. I go with mask and goggles. I'm in the middle of the road. Nobody is around me. But, you know, I'm going to deliver food to the homeless. I'm going to deliver food to some firefighters sometimes. The other day, some firefighters went back to their house and happens that the local supermarket closed. So they had anywhere to buy the food. So they call us and I was able to go myself. That's what we're here for, just to support myself. My family is at home. They've been more than 16 days in quarantine at home. They're safe. We're cooking. We're giving thanks to God and everybody. Every time I come.
Wait, Jose, go back. Yeah.
back. I have an area that I disinfect myself up down. I put all the clothes into a basket to make sure it's no contamination. I take a shower very quickly, and I try to make sure that I will not be the cause to bringing the virus to my home. So everything I take it seriously.
That's okay. You're good now.
All right. I move. All right. Thank you, Katie.
Anyway, Jose, thank you. I don't say God bless you too much because I just don't. It's not part of my lexicon. But can I just say God bless you, Jose?
Yeah, it's good. Listen, I think this is a moment that for believers, non-believers, different religions, atheists, I think at the end we all celebrate the same thing, right? Which is respecting each other. I believe in shorter walls and longer tables. I believe in family. I believe in friends. I believe in community. I believe every single American, Republican or Democrat, people of faith on a God, or people of faith in humanity. It's all the same thing. We are aiming for the same thing. And I hope out of this moment, we're all going to come stronger, and where we, the people, will be in the forehead of every American, where it's never anymore about I, the person, but we, the people. The new American dream is going to be just to provide for your own, just to provide for your family, but also to work hard to provide for the people you don't know the same things that you are trying to claim for the people you know. That should be what we work towards. I think out of this, America and the world, hopefully, is going to come stronger and more united.
Well, it's everyone's saying how inspiring and eloquent you are. And I agree. Jose, thanks for spending some time with me and everybody watching. And again, we love you. And Wake Up Call is going to feature this interview tomorrow in our newsletter, which I know you read. So people who couldn't be a part of this conversation can be equally inspired by your beautiful words today.
Thank you.
And sign up, everybody. Just go to katiekirk.com and share it with your friends. Lots of love, Jose.
A lot of love. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.